Yeah, this is Vince again. I'm up in my sewing hobby studio. It's more than sewing, but anyway, I just acquired this Janome Model 8077, and I wanted something a little bit simpler than my other Janome that I keep over here. That's a few steps up. It's just some of my vintage stuff, and I refurbish these and repair them, and some I keep. Anyway, if you care to, here's something I would recommend. It is not a necessity, but I would recommend this. When I retired last year, I needed some needles to repair something, so I went into like a fabric shop, and I just happened to pass that fabric, so I went in and I looked for the certain needles, and they had sewing machines there. So I said to the woman, I said, I just retired. I always loved sewing machines. I never really had one. My mother always had them. Now here's a good tool. Okay, what you just saw is the improper way to use this tool. The blade should have been against a straight edge. I was trying to use this way, but this is really the way it's used. And they sell things that are thinner, of course. See, that's the proper way. You see what happened? You see the black mark? That's because I was trying to do it like this, and I'm rubbing the black paint, and the wheel's not even touching. But the purpose of this is to go through a lot of fabric. You could make several things with one cut if you wanted to make a few different things. Yeah, I'm just going to demonstrate making a simple blanket. And this particular this particular flannel is for baby blankets. This fleece, very nice. All right, let me get back to the setting the machine up. Anyway, here's the box. These machines today have so many functions. So many functions. See? All right. And then I have some of these distinctive brand attachments that I'm sort of excited about using. I have on my vintage machines, which are here. I have such of the vintage attachments. Now you talk about vintage. You talk about the way they made things years ago. years ago, you take that machine up there, and from what I read, in 2008 dollars, that would have been like $2,500. And machines like this years ago, they were paid off weekly to the merchants because they were an expensive addition to a home, and it was like a washing machine. They were used for everything. In the early days, when they had cattle, some of the machines were used to sew up harnesses and so forth. You see, this is a belt leather. You could say harness leather, and that's a 1/4 inch thick. And I sewed this up with these machines. Goes right through. And all steel, and weigh 30 pounds or so, 32 pounds. Anyway, let me get back to this. That's one of my embroideries. Yep, it's embroidery. Oh, I forgot to say it. All my machines, except of course my vintage Singer, and when these machines were made, these people that I'm going to tell you about now weren't even around. So, but they're around now, and I'm going to show you. In fact, I just bought this beautiful machine. This is a Brother, the Innovis 2800D. 2800D. All right. Oh, I'm trying to find a little name tag I had. Oh, here it is. Yeah. All right. All my machines I buy, except the vintage, I buy from Mr. Vac. His name is Joe, and Mrs. So. That's Lisa. They're a family. They're in Long Island, and that's their website. And I highly recommend them because they're personable. They're people. They're real people. They're family members. They understand. A lot of times people buy machines once in a lifetime, so you want to get something nice, and they might ask you, what do you want to do with it, and so forth and so on. And this particular machine, I would recommend this. You put the bobbin there, you take the thread, you have the little instructions over here on the top, and you put the thread around this little button here so it's engaged in the groove. You bring the thread inside the bobbin up through the hole, and then you bring the bobbin to the right, and you'll get SP showing on the display. In my video camera, it's blinking because of the frequency, but actually it's not. And then the next step would be you step on the foot pedal that I have hooked up. And when you get several layers, like I have right there, you got several layers, you clip the thread. continue. All right, I've got the bobbin in place. It just slips in. You follow the instruction on the plastic. It unwinds counterclockwise, goes into a little slot in the picture, and it's also on the machine, and you bring it around the slot until it exits the slot, and then you pull the tail of it directly out the back of the machine. Don't get it caught in the hinge of the plastic, and put the plastic in place. All right, I threaded the machine like it shows, and I brought it down through the holder above the needle. And now I'm going to use the automatic threader. I bring this into position behind this little notch over here. This is my method. And then I pull it like this, and it should catch a little hook that went through the needle eye, and then you'll let it snap up. Okay? And it went right in. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to clip that little fuzz that I got there. Now it's pulling through nice because I have the foot up. Alright, now the thread goes through the hole and to the back, and both threads then go back out the back of the machine, and you're ready to put your fabric underneath and do your first stitch. Alright, look how easy it is to change the presser foot on this machine. You bring the presser foot up, there's a black button in the back. You just press it, and the pressure foot comes off, just like that. Change the foot, put it into position towards the front with the pin. There's a little pin there, towards the front, and you'll lower this until it snaps into position. You'll hear it snap, and of course it'll be attached like that. Okay? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring this stitch close to the edge. I put this sort of like a satin type of edging. Alright, when it comes to threading the machine, here's the way. You have a button here, an arrow up, arrow down. Down, up. And when it's up, the oscillating hook comes up. Now I got the pressure foot up that loosens the discs for the thread. I'm bringing the thread around, down number 1, up number 2, 3. It catches this, and it goes into a little notch. All right, 4. Come down to 4. Go behind the little hook above the needle. All right, bring down your auto threader, and this jumped out. Make sure that's in. That could give you sort of a backlash when you're sewing. All right, I did it just by putting the thread in the eye that time, and it worked. All right, underneath with this. All right, bring this back right about here, say. Now this has back stitch feature, so you know there's a lever that on the front of the machine. You could bring it to the middle towards the end. It makes the machine slow. Yeah, slow down. You got more control. All right, let me go forward, and let me go back a couple of stitches. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I did a back stitch. All right, so now I'm about 3/16 off the edge.